Our topic is morality in the book written by Harper Lee, To Kill a Mockingbird. This presentation is by Michaela, Hannah Thomas, and Jack Aldana Prue.
What is morality? According to Merriam-Webster, morality is beliefs about what is right behavior and what is wrong behavior.
So in the 1920s, there was obviously a lot of racial tension. Groups like the Ku Klux Klan, they basically ran rampant. They held control over everything by fear, really, and brought racism to the level of violence. But it wasn't just groups like this. It was the community in general. They had segregated drinking fountains, segregated bathrooms, restaurants, everything. It was pretty terrible. Then you had the fighters. You're probably familiar with Martin Luther King Jr., and but there were many more people who were just part of the community, black and white, who worked for equality.
Atticus says, if you can learn a simple trick, Scout, you'll get along a lot better with all kinds of folks. You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb into his skin and walk around in it. Page 30.
When Atticus says the quote above to Scout, he is telling her that she needs to look at things from another person's point of view and try to understand why he or she acts a certain way. If she does this, she'll harmonize with most other people, and it's a really good life lesson, and so, yeah.
Lee writes, Boo was our neighbor. He gave us 2 soap dolls, a broken watching chain, a pair of good luck pennies, and our lives. Page 278.
So, Boo Radley was really a guardian angel to Jem and Scout because he was generous. He was watchful over them. He protected them when Bob Buell attacked them. He was kind to them, even if he didn't want to come out of his house. He still loved them, and he showed that despite the rumors and lies about him. He was a good person after all.
Lee writes, Jem, how can you hate Hitler so bad and they turn around and be ugly about folks right at home? 247.
So this quote is about Scout's 3rd grade teacher, Miss Gates, and Miss Gates says that she basically hates Hitler because he's prejudiced towards Jews. But then she goes around and tells someone else that, and saying how much she dislikes black people, and that's kind of ironic because she's prejudiced towards black people, but then she dislikes someone that's prejudiced. So this summarizes basically the entire issue of bad morals in the book in one sentence. It comes from the perspective of a child innocently asking an honest question. It seems that a scarce few people can see that this is a double standard. So.
Lee writes, the men of Maycomb in all degrees of dress and undress took furniture from Miss Maudie's house to a yard across the street. I saw Atticus carrying Miss Maudie's heavy oak rocking chair and thought it sensible of him to say what he valued most. Page 69.
So in this quote, the people of Maycomb are, it's hard to see morality, but they're risking their lives just to save the possessions of their neighbor. And since they're putting their lives on the line, that kind of shows bravery, and that shows that they have a high sense of morality. So, Lee writes, if I didn't defend Tom Robinson, I couldn't hold my head up in town. I couldn't represent this county and legislator. I couldn't even tell you or Jem not to do something again. Page 75.
So this quote is what sets Atticus apart from the rest of Maycomb. By saying this to his children, he is expressing just how much he needs to uphold his set of morals by defending Tom Robinson, and shows just how strong they are. Like, he says he wouldn't be able to be a parent to his children if he didn't take this case, because it's the right thing to do.
It kind of shows he's a good father as well. That's all we have right now, so thank you.